Hey guys, we got out this past weekend and we worked in the food forest and it is coming along so nicely. We're just making more land for us to grow stuff and it's very exciting. So I want to show you guys what we have done this past week. First of all, hi to all the new people out there. My name is Lane Fornerat, aka LaneVids. This channel is all about building a stronger family bond with your kids. So if you're into that, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button. Thumbs up is always appreciated, and I usually do these garden vlogs. Seems to be every Monday, so if you guys are liking these, make sure to hit the bell, that way you get notified of whenever they're uploaded. We have this bed right here. This is probably our worst bed, but something that I've been noticing recently are all of the mushrooms that have started popping up in this bed. Got, I don't know what kind of mushrooms these are. I don't know if they're good. I'm assuming that they're good for the soil because they're just decomposing all of the stuff that we have underneath here. But I mean, there's a ton of them. That one right there, that one right there. We got one right here. We got a bunch over here. So if you guys know anything about these particular types of mushrooms, let me know in the comments below what that's all about, because they're just popping up all over the place. We got carrots growing right here. This is probably the worst bed, and the carrots seem to be doing pretty good. That's some more carrots right there. And then we also have a few other things in here. We have some onion right here, which we planted that whenever one started sprouting in the house that we bought. And then we planted yesterday some cabbage and broccoli. So we got that one there. There's probably about 5 of these in here, and I'm trying to find them right now. But I think that's another one right there, possibly. Another thing that we did too, this wire fencing type stuff is great. In fact, I'm gonna link it up down in the description below if you guys wanna check this stuff out. What we decided to do here was to create a trellis that would hopefully last us for years and years and years. So what we've done, as you can see, the pea plants are growing up the trellis right now. The pea plants are doing really well right here too, which surprises me because this area gets no sun. Oh look, a new kind of mushroom right there too. Or is that a mushroom? I don't know what that is, some kind of cup looking thing. Y'all let me know what that is in the comments below. But this, what we did here is we took a staple gun and we stapled this into the back of the fence. That way it gave plenty of room for these peas to grow up. And from the front, I mean, there's a little bit sticking up on the top there, which if I wanted to, I could just come and trim that off. But I think it looks a lot better than having these ratty old just strings around the fence posts. So I think that that's gonna be well worth it in the long run, since we're gonna have this thing up here for a long time. I think it's gonna work really well. In fact, I'll find the staple gun that we used and link that up down below. Whenever we go back over that way, I'll show you all the one that we used. I got to borrow it from my mom. So of all the gardens that we have right now, this one is doing the best. Again, we did the same type of trellising. Over here, I used a staple gun, stapled all these bad boys in just on the back of this wooden fence here. So if you have a wooden fence, don't fret about not having a trellis. Do something like this. Hopefully these pea plants right here will reach the trellis soon. You're getting close. That one's getting close over there. So we did a piece right there and a piece right there. And then look at these carrots. Nice and sprung up, looking great. Well, I think this is spinach right here. We're still getting, surprisingly, a little bit of spinach because it's been hot. We have our lettuce here. I can always forget oak, some kind of oak lettuce doing well. Hey, look, a mushroom in this one. And look, another mushroom. It's so cool seeing these mushrooms because I don't know why they're here. I've heard of something called mycorrhizal association. I don't know if this has anything to do with mycorrhizal association, but basically it's like the fungus creates a network underneath your plants so that they can all kind of work together. Kind of like the internet. Is how I've been taught, I guess you could say. I don't know exactly what this is here. It says floor, but that I don't know what that means. And look, there's another floor right there. I don't know what that is. I have to ask Krista. But we got a lot of good growth in here. Like I said, this has probably been some of the best. A lot of clover in here. If you guys have any idea of how to maybe tame the clover down, that's one issue that we're having. If y'all could let me know down in the comments below. Then over here in the big bed that we've been slowly trying to get ready for the next season, we got a ton of mushrooms in here too. Got one right there, one right there. We got one right here and one right there. And there was a whole bunch right here and 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 right here. They're just springing up all over the place, which is super exciting because I'm assuming it's decomposing everything to make the soil even better for us, which I think think come fall or next spring, this thing's just gonna be ready for some planting. And we've expanded it. So, oh, I gotta show you our blueberry bush first before we talk about our expansion. Look at all these little flowers that are just coming out of here. Hopefully we get a good production with our blueberry. I think these might be little blueberries right there. I can't tell. But hopefully this bush, because we've had a lot of trouble with this bush. We've had it for, I think, 3 years now, and it's just never really produced. And then I go and I put down compost and start taking care of it a little bit more. It's really doing well. I'm very excited. I don't know if I should prune this piece, because as you can see, there's flowers on top, but there's a long stalk down. Doesn't seem to be doing much, although there are these little nodules on there, so I don't know if those are going to turn into anything. I was just thinking that I might prune it back because it seems like it'd take up a lot of nutrients to get up into here, but I don't know. Maybe if you guys can give me some advice on that as well, that'd be great. But yeah, okay, so at the beginning of starting this part of the food forest is we had everything going up to the blueberry bush here. You can actually see the difference in the dirt, especially since it rained last night, so we're getting a lot of good stuff here. So then we also had the tarped area right here, which we have since put down, we put down a couple plants and we got compost on top of it. This just started popping up. I think it's a pumpkin, same thing with this. And then Krista planted, let's see, that's a pepper. And I believe these are tomatoes right here, 3 tomatoes. So she's starting to work this little square area here. Now, what we've added recently, well, first of all, I closed up this. There was a spot back here that needed to be just kind of filled up just to ease with the lawnmower, because I'm sure we're gonna have to mow, you know, the grassy area still, because we haven't quite made it all the way throughout yet. But then we also, I had it up to here, and I knew I wanted to put compost stuff around the trees. So I made a square with the cardboard. You can see a little bit of cardboard standing up there. And I was putting down the compost. I was like, oh wow, it kind of connects, because this is where the end of the garden was. So I was like, I should just connect all that together. And then we had this other tree over here that we just got, the fig tree, and I was like, oh, that connects with that, so let's just connect this all together. I'll put a big sheet of cardboard right here and we'll connect all this together. So I actually expanded out the garden, the food forest, more than I anticipated to, and now I guess I need to do that strip back there just to kind of keep it all nice and uniform. I may even do like little triangle pieces right here and right here, just kind of make it even border, I guess you could say, for it. But yeah, I'm very excited that I got compost down on both those trees. Very excited about the blueberry bush doing well. I don't think Krista started planting anything in these boxes yet. I think what she wants to do is melons in here. So hopefully, I think in the next month or so, we're gonna be putting down some melons. Speaking of mulch around trees, by the way, I got all this mulch for free. If y'all watch the video, we have a spot here in Lafayette that gives you away mulch for free. But I got some cardboard, put some mulch down on top of it, and hopefully this tree does really well. Also notice that we're getting some little buds on this tree right here, and right here. This is our orange tree. More buds, and then also all this new growth coming out right here as well. It's just looking really great. Krista pruned this thing down a little bit. We probably need to prune it a little bit more. This needs to come out. And yeah, it's just, I think it's really gonna hopefully do well this year. I don't really talk about this one that much. We got it one day for free from Earth Day down in one of the parks in Lafayette. And it's some kind of, I think it's a berry. But I put some mulch around it, figured I'd tell y'all about it. I'll have to ask Krista what exactly this tree is, and I'll get back to y'all on that. But we've had it for a couple of years now, and it hadn't really done much. So hopefully with the mulching and everything else, we'll be able to give it some more life. And then this is our grapevine that we just got. Very excited about this. It seems to, I was looking at it the other day and I was saying it seems a little bit more hydrated, but I don't know, it still looks very frail. So I mulched it, as y'all can tell, and hopefully it starts to grow a little bit better. But it's been, I don't know. I've been watching it, and it's looking just frail and brittle, so we'll have to kind of see what happens with that one. That was kind of one of those buys where it was at the nursery and it was like $7, $8, so we were like, okay, we'll try it, we'll give it a shot, you know, give the plant a little bit of, give it a shot, give it a try, so we'll see what happens with that. Oh, first of all, I wanted to say this. I got, you know, I had our compost forks that our friend let us borrow, and we had a whole truck bed, and Krista had some stuff to do this weekend, so I moved, I moved all the compost, 3.5 yards of compost with these forks. I'll link these up down below too if you guys want to check those out. That's a long-handled one, and we have a short-handled one. These pitchforks, 4-tine forks, whatever you want to call them. And man, you know, everybody, people who like go work out and whatnot, they go to the gym and they pay money to every month to have to go work out. Man, start shoveling some dirt. That's one heck of a workout for your back and your arms and your legs, picking up stuff and whatnot and getting in and up out of a truck. It was just amazing how much of a workout I got over the past 3 days doing that. Here's our composter here, which I was actually looking at it yesterday. I spun it and I wanted to give you guys a look at it. Somebody mentioned the other day that it looked really dry, but usually this is what it looks like, and it's a lot more wet. I don't know if y'all can see that very well. I'm trying to get it to where you can see it. And kind of gummy. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. This is my first time with a composter. This is the Yimby tumbling composter. I'll link this up down below too. I've actually had a few other people use my link or whatever to buy these composters, and it is a great tumbling composter at a great price. So if you guys are looking for one, make sure to check this one out. I can definitely see that there's some life in there, so something's going on with the breaking down and whatnot. I don't know, I wasn't expecting it, I guess, to take this long. I started that probably in January, got it filled in a month or so, and it's still kind of sitting there, January, February. So it's probably been sitting there a month. I was expecting it to be broken down some more, I don't know. Now, back around here, we have our pea plants here. These are doing really well. I'm very surprised. These pea plants growing very nicely. We actually had, look, we have food. Food! Look, this might be a harvest. Check that out. So we got a little snow pea there. We actually, we had some of these last night. Krista found another plant that had one that was ready to pick, so she picked it and we ate it. We also planted some cabbage here. And right there, it's either cabbage or broccoli. It's a brassica. And then she planted one more here and one more over there. Now, they do say in that tomatoes love carrots book, I'll link that up down below too if you guys care to check that out. It talks about companion planting. And they were saying that brassicas do not do well next to pole beans, I believe is what it is. So you don't want to plant cabbage and broccolis and that type of stuff near pole beans. They just don't work well together. But they didn't say anything about these growing vining beans, so I think that's gonna be okay there. So, as kind of a test, in this bed in the middle of the yard, Krista was having some trouble with a few of them. She's kept breaking the stems, but she threw them in there. Oh, was that taking root? I don't know. Something there, but we went ahead and we were like, okay, let's just try something out. We'll plant something in here and see what happens. So we have that one there and that one there. I think these are just some cabbages or broccolis, and we'll see what happens there. Just kind of, a test. We had some extra and we figured we'd see how the soil was. So that's going to be very interesting to watch right there to see if anything actually grows in this mulch. Which is a possibility. Oh wow, look at this. I've never seen this before. More fungus back here. Look at all that. Oh, got some big ones. Nice! I don't know why I get so excited about the fungus, because it's like you don't have to plant it. It just pops up, and it tells me that the soil is working. So we have, Krista planted our pepper plants. You got one there, one there, one there, one there, and I felt like there was another one, but maybe not. Again, the peas are doing amazing, especially since they don't get that much light throughout the day. They are growing just so tall. I'm very impressed by how tall they're growing. Haven't produced anything yet food-wise, but hopefully that's coming soon. Oh look, pepper plant, pepper plant. So we had this trellis up here. I did this before I had the idea for that type of trellis, but we actually ran out of that type of stuff. We need to get more of that type of stuff, so next year we can do that over here, because this is just like wire and it's wrapped around. It's not very pretty, but and look, see, look, it looks like this on the other side. You have all this stuff showing, so without all that, it looks more like this. And again, I can chop this off if I want to, but I figured we'd let them climb as high as they can go, and then we'll see how we feel about it. But over here we have, look, we have this pea plant, I can't talk, pea plant hooking onto the trellis right there. It's looking great. And hopefully it just keeps on climbing up and gets taller. We also, since we ran out of this, we had this extra stuff. I don't really know what it's, I think it's supposed to be a trellis, but we figured this plant and this plant could probably hop onto there and start climbing. Hopefully it has enough things to be able to get around there. It's just something, I don't know where we got that from. And then again, all these pea plants down the row are doing great. And they're just gonna attach onto that fence right there, and they're gonna do fantastic, hopefully, because that gets a lot of light right there. We're very excited about that. Again, just more plants coming up. We got tomatoes. That's another pea plant. For some reason, right here, the pea plants don't do well, but over there, they do a lot better. Or they just get taller, I don't know. We got some carrots in here. We got some more of that lettuce, oak lettuce, whatever it's called. Right there, there's a little carrot there and a carrot there. Not as big as in the front though. And some more of that lettuce there. This lettuce has been really good. We actually, I should show y'all that. We did a harvest. Let's go do it now. We did a harvest of a lot of that lettuce, and because Krista was out there, she wanted to make a salad. And so we decided to grab some of it because we noticed that it was really coming up out of the ground. So let me go inside and we'll go into the refrigerator and I'll show you guys the lettuce that she harvested the other day. Little bowl here. It's not too much. It's you know, a day or two, a day and a half probably after being cut, so it's starting to wilt a little bit, but still good. Make a nice salad out of that. Very excited to get our own fresh greens. No herbicides, no pesticides, you know, all organic from the ground goodness. Very excited to have some of that. I felt like there was something that I wanted to show y'all, and whenever I said I'd come in, oh, the stapler. I wanted to show y'all the stapler that we used to put up the trellis. It was this one here. It's an Arrow, I think is the name. Yeah, Arrow Fastener Company. And basically the way this works, just to show y'all a little demonstration, you go outside and get a piece of wood. These are the staples that you go in, that you can get. They have different sizes and whatnot. There's another one. There's another kind of stapler. My mom, I borrowed these from my mom. She doesn't really care for this one that much. It's an electric one. She prefers this other one right here. So let me come around here. Piece of wood. The way this works is you just push it, put it down flat, and press on the handle. And then it, well, is there a staple in there? Of course not, Lane. It's not loaded. But if there was a staple in there, it would just pop right on into there. You can see where the little indentions are right there, and you'd put a staple right there. So great little tool to have whenever, if you're, you know, trying to put something up on your fence to work as a trellis. It just has been working really great for us, especially whenever we put that up yesterday. So I'm very excited about that. Like I said, I'll link that up down in the comments below as well if y'all wanna, if y'all need to get something like that. Now, let's go to the front yard where we planted our apple trees. Y'all remember that? We, of course, since I've been getting truckloads of mulch, I like hooked it up with the mulch on these apple trees. Very excited about this right here. Hopefully it brings a lot of nutrients, and it kind of makes, I'm thinking like a compost tea from the mulch here, and it seeps down to the roots, and then it just gives it all kind of energy and life. Again, there's cardboard underneath here too as well. We may see some mushrooms popping up, which could be very exciting, but the tree, it's just kind of still doing its thing. Nothing too new yet, but we're still very excited about having the tree there. And then of course the other apple tree right over here too did the same thing. I just backed the truck up right up into here and dumped it all out on there. So it worked well to get, easy to get the compost on there. It didn't take long at all. Let's see, the last spot that we need to go to is right over here. And this is where we have a row of Mexican midget tomatoes, which are, I think they're a perennial tomato. So very excited to have that. And I think Krista said, yeah, look, she saw a sprout right there. I see it. Can y'all see that little sprout right there? So we're very excited just to have one of those sprouting. I think she said she may have seen two. And I think that that's going to make for a nice tomato. It's like a bush is what it creates, and it's these little itty bitty tiny tomatoes, like smaller than a cherry tomato, and they're really, really good. So we're very excited to have some of that. And then of course Tomatoes love carrots, so there's some carrot here and some carrot here and some carrot here and here, and we got peppers all up in here, and pepper. I think there's another kind of tomato here, green something. And then we also planted some pea plants right here, and so we decided to try and see if they'll connect onto the trellis that we already have on the other side of the fence. So we'll kind of see how this works out. Looks like this little guy's falling right here. He needs to... No, he's getting attached to that plant. Let's see if we can get him out here. Come on, dude. Come on up, into there. That's where you want to be. You got to kind of train your pea plants to grow along the trellis. Oh, look, we do have a mushroom here. And look, another one right there. Super exciting. I love the mushrooms. They're so much fun. So that is the state of the food forest right now, I believe. If you guys want to stick along with us, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Oh no, we left this book outside. Our carrots love tomato book and it rained. Oh man, not good because we got that from the library. Oh man, we'll probably have to buy him a new one. If you guys want to check this book out, I think I said I'll link it up down below, but this is a great book to find out like what grows well with other plants. So if you guys want to keep up with our journey here, making this food forest happen, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, that way you get notified of our videos. We also do other fun family videos here because we're all about building a stronger family bond with our kids. So like whenever we're out gardening, if they don't want to help, they still come outside and they play, they do artwork, they paint something. It's just a matter of coming outside and doing things. One thing I wanted to show y'all is the potatoes in the leaf compost, and this is all the compost that we got going on. That was last night's kitchen scraps and whatnot we just threw out there. I didn't have time to bury it because it was starting to rain. I like to bury it just so that the animals don't really come digging through it too much. And then that's our little avocado tree. Oh, it's got leaves. Ha! I think this is an avocado tree. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can help me out whenever it starts to grow. But that's very exciting. So if you guys want to stay with us, hanging out here, doing this food forest thing, permaculture, food forest stuff, gardening, a Garden of Eden style method of gardening, then make sure to click that subscribe button. Again, bell notification if you want to get the updates from us. Thank you guys for watching. We have a fun camping video coming out soon on Friday, so make sure to subscribe if you guys want to see that. Jacques caught a fish. He was the first one to catch a fish. He was very excited. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to put some more videos right there on the screen. I'd love it if you guys watched some more of our videos. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right there in the middle if you want more of our videos. We definitely appreciate you coming back here and hanging out with us as we try to grow our own food, become more of homesteaders, I guess you could say. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for the thumbs up. Definitely appreciate it. And thanks for being shady shay.